Have you ever felt a storm inside you? A whirlwind of thoughts and worries so intense it feels like you're caught in a tempest? That's what anxiety can feel like. It's a heavy blanket on a summer day, a constant hum in a silent room. For so many of us, this feeling is a daily companion, an uninvited guest that overstays its welcome. But what if I told you there's a way to not just face this storm, but to dance in its rain? A way to turn the chaotic noise into a symphony, using nothing but words. Today, we're diving deep into the poetic struggle, exploring how the timeless art of verse can become a powerful lighthouse in the fog of anxiety. For centuries, poets have been the cartographers of the human soul. They've charted the landscapes of love, loss, joy, and despair. And when it comes to anxiety, they haven't shied away. Think of Emily Dickinson, who wrote of a tighter breathing and zero at the bone, or T.S. Eliot's The Waste Land, which captures a sense of modern fragmentation and dread. These poets weren't just describing a feeling, they were wrestling with it, giving it a name and a form. By putting their inner turmoil onto the page, they performed a kind of alchemy, transforming a shapeless fear into something tangible, something that could be examined and understood. This is the first gift of poetry in our struggle with anxiety. It validates our experience. When we read a poem that perfectly captures that feeling of a racing heart or a mind that won't shut off, we feel seen. We realize we are not alone in this fight. It's a profound connection across time and space, a whisper from the past saying, "I've been there too." But reading poetry is only half the journey. The real magic happens when we pick up the pen ourselves. You don't have to be a seasoned poet. You don't need to know the difference between a sonnet and a sestina. All you need is the courage to be honest. The act of writing is a form of externalization. When we're trapped in an anxiety spiral, our thoughts feel overwhelming, swirling around inside our heads with no escape. Writing them down forces them out into the open. It is like taking all the tangled threads of yarn from a box and laying them out on the floor. Suddenly, you can see each thread individually. You can trace its path, see where it begins and where it ends. This process creates a crucial distance between you and your anxious thoughts. They are no longer a part of you. They are words on a page, separate and manageable. This simple act of separation can be incredibly empowering, giving you back a sense of control that anxiety so often steals. Let's try a little exercise together. Grab a piece of paper or open a notes app. Don't think about rhyme or rhythm. Just start with a simple prompt. Anxiety is like, and finish the sentence. Is it like a buzzing fly you can't swat away? A shadow that follows you even in the sun? A radio playing static just loud enough to be distracting? Keep going. Describe its color, its texture, its sound. Give it a physical form. By using metaphor and simile, you're not just describing your anxiety, you're building a container for it. You're translating an abstract, overwhelming feeling into concrete imagery. This process engages a different part of your brain than the one stuck in the worry loop. It shifts you from a state of passive suffering to active creation. You become the narrator of your own story, not just a character swept away by the plot. And in that shift, there is immense power and relief. Poetry also teaches us to pay attention to the small details, a practice that is the very foundation of mindfulness. When you're trying to find the perfect word to describe the way the light hits a dust mote or the specific ache in your chest, you have to be fully present in that moment. Anxiety often pulls us into the future, into a catastrophic what if. Poetry grounds us in the what is. It anchors us to our senses. What do you see right now? What do you hear? What can you feel? By focusing on these sensory details, you pull your mind back from the brink of panic and root it firmly in the present reality. This practice, cultivated through writing, can then be carried into your daily life. When you feel a wave of anxiety rising, you can train your mind to focus on your breath, the feeling of your feet on the floor, the sounds of the world around you. Poetry becomes your training ground for a more mindful existence. Another beautiful aspect of using poetry is its embrace of ambiguity and imperfection. In our daily lives, we're often pressured to have all the answers, to present a perfect, polished version of ourselves. Anxiety can thrive on this pressure, on the fear of not being good enough. But poetry is a space where it's okay not to know. It's a place for questions, not just answers. It's a place for broken lines, for raw emotion, for the messy, beautiful, contradictory nature of being human. There is no wrong way to write your feelings. The goal isn't to create a masterpiece for the ages. The goal is to create a moment of release for yourself. This permission to be imperfect can be a profound antidote to the perfectionism that often fuels anxiety. It's a gentle reminder that it's okay to be a work in progress. If you're still feeling hesitant, remember that this journey is yours alone. Your poetic journal can be a private sanctuary. You don't have to share it with anyone unless you want to. The healing comes from the process itself, from the dialogue you create between your inner world and the blank page. Start small. Write 1 line a day. Or try a haiku. Just 3 short lines to capture a fleeting feeling or observation. The more you practice, the more natural it will become. You'll start to see the world through a more poetic lens, finding beauty in unexpected places and building a powerful toolkit to navigate the inevitable storms of life. You'll learn to find the verse in the struggle, and in doing so, find a new path toward peace and understanding. It's important to remember that this creative practice is a wonderful tool, but it's not a replacement for professional help. If your anxiety is severe or overwhelming, please reach out to a mental health professional, a counselor, or a support group. There is incredible strength in seeking help, and combining therapeutic strategies with creative outlets like poetry can be a truly powerful approach to healing and growth. There are resources available, and you never have to go through this alone. So I invite you to pick up your pen. See it not as a tool for writing, but as a key to unlock the stories trapped inside you, to give voice to the silent struggles, and to transform the chaos of anxiety into the clarifying power of verse. Your poem is waiting to be written. Thank you so much for joining me on this exploration today. If this resonated with you, please consider sharing your own experiences with creativity and mental wellness in the comments below. Let's build a community of support and inspiration. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more content on navigating life with intention and creativity. Take care and keep writing.